They feared for their lives. 8 people were injured. Nearly all on board suffered some form of harm from that Alaska Airlines midair door plug blowout last year. And now 4 crew members are attempting to hold Boeing responsible.
Let's bring up Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot Maycay Beeler with the very latest. We all remember that, and now the chickens are coming home to roost here a bit.
Yeah, so traumatic. I don't think you ever get over something like that. So physical injuries, intense emotional distress. That's what 4 flight attendants are suing Boeing over. Now, in separate lawsuits filed in the King County Superior Court of Washington State last week, they claimed they received physical and psychological injuries from that terrifying trauma on Flight 1282. So that's when the door plug failed just minutes after their Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX plane took off from Portland, Oregon to Ontario, California. That was in January 2024. The airliner depressurized with loose, unsecured items like cell phones, clothing, papers, and toys flying out of the plane. Fortunately, no one was sitting in the seat next to the missing door. The jet returned to the airport, landed safely. No one was killed. Now, in a statement to CNN, the attorney representing the plaintiff said, quote, "Each of the flight attendants acted courageously, following their training and putting their passengers' safety first while fearing for their lives. They deserve to be wholly compensated for this life-altering traumatic experience," unquote. Now, this marks the first time Boeing has been sued by crew members on this incident. CNN reports the aerospace giant and Alaska Airlines, they've already faced lawsuits from passengers of Flight 1282.
There was a guardian angel or something on that airplane.
No question.
This is unbelievable. All right, you mentioned passengers had lawsuits. Have those cases been settled already?
Right. So, yeah, just last month, we talked about this earlier. Boeing and Alaska did settle one case for an undisclosed amount. The 3 plaintiffs, suing for extreme mental distress, initially sought $1 billion in compensation. Now, they cited that amount was fair, considering the detached door that blew out could have hit the engine or destroyed the tail, in which case everyone on board would have been killed. An attorney representing the passengers says, as part of the settlement agreement, the final terms cannot be disclosed.
Okay, so NTSB, they finished their whole entire investigation. Who do they blame for all of this?
So you know who they blamed. Who could
Boeing.
they not blame? Boeing.
Yeah.
Right. So the agency, the NTSB, did announce that, the door blowout, full responsibility goes to Boeing for failing to provide adequate training and oversight of workers. They faulted lack of safety and quality control and poor documentation. You'll remember that workers had worked on that door, removed it, someone put it back on without the 4 bolts that would hold it on. Couldn't find documentation. Who did that? Everything is supposed to be signed off.
Right.
So oversight issues. Like you said, Jason, a guardian angel had to have been on board. Had someone been seated next to that door without a seatbelt,
Different story.
With the seatbelt on, though, they would have been okay?
yeah, but I'm sure it would have been traumatized.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
They would have been traumatized. Clothes would have come off, but the seatbelt should have held them on. It's supposed to hold many G's. But anyway, just a miracle.
It is.
Wear your seatbelt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sure it's not the end that we've heard of this lawsuit from those crew members. Thank you, Maycay.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.